Hello, hello. Welcome. For anybody who's wondering why I'm doing 2 in a day, it's because I missed a couple of days. It has been a really intense a little less than a week. And so I'm a bit playing catch up. So how does it get any better than that? Today we are looking at, actually this whole month, we're looking at tools of being you and seeing where they can contribute to more ease, to more relaxation, to more presence in your life and living. And today I'm touching on, even though it's the 15th, technically I should be doing 3 today, but whatever. we'll at least do 2 today. Today's Follow the energy, day 14, follow the energy. What do I mean by follow the energy? If the universe is here to contribute to us, and if it is constantly whispering, if it is constantly communicating with us and waiting for us to ask, to perceive, and to receive, then it stands to be that, sorry, got a kitty, gotta readjust the kitty, then it's constantly gifting us little tidbits, bits of information, bits of lightness, bits of, come here, come this way, let's do this. Following the energy is following the lightness, following the yes, following what will expand your world, what will expand consciousness when you ask a question. We've spoken about asking a question before. There are phenomenal questions that we ask in Access Consciousness, particularly those with no correct answer, no incorrect answer, no one single answer, except perhaps yes, no, which is lighter. Following the energy, following your knowing of what's gonna create something greater here, what's gonna create something expansive here, what's gonna create something lighter here, guides you in that choosing every 10 seconds. You just make a choice. Oh, I'm gonna step towards my yes. What's the yes here? What's the yes? Should I go right? Should I go left? Oh, I'm going to go this way. Who knows? Maybe you'll meet somebody on that particular path. Maybe you'll avoid a car accident that's on that. But if we're in this constant being the question, asking, now what? Now what? Now what? We're present. Every 10 seconds, we get to choose. That was the tool from earlier, day 13. And this is where we can actually tap into knowing what we know, knowing that we know, perceive. That's one of the traits of an infinite being. We perceive. So we perceive what's going to create more lightness in our world. We're going to perceive what's going to create greater in our world. We're going to perceive, if I choose this, what will my life, my living, and the world be like? And when we follow not the right conclusion, not that this is what everybody's told me, not the mind, and I love this in Spanish because it's hysterical. The mind in Spanish is the word mente. Okay? Now, the word to lie to someone in Spanish is miente, mentir. Sounds similar, huh? I think there's something connected there. Whenever we're going into this too much, the computer, the calculator, the one that tries to keep you so safe, so small, so diminished, so tiny, that it won't allow you to see everything else that's out there in the world. When rather than listening to this, we listen to our knowing, to the whispers of the universe, and we follow the energy. And things that make zero sense, things that you have no clue why it pings to go to a particular place until later on, when you get that lovely thing called hindsight is 2020. Then you can see, that's why I chose this. Oh, I got this awareness from this. You can begin to see. I'll give you an example of when I did not follow the energy very well. I remember very clearly, and there's many things that I do not remember. Okay, this is not to say I have a great memory, but in this case, I was dating my first husband, and we were college sweethearts, I guess you'd call it. And I had a diary of sorts. I was heavily medicated. I was receiving shots of lithium. I was diagnosed as bipolar. I was generally depressed, and we were due to get married. He had asked me to marry him freshman year in a cemetery of all places. Should have been a clue, right? Rachel, look at this. Maybe don't marry this guy. But no, it was this ideal, this like fantasy, this, oh, he's such a nice boy and everything's gonna work out. And how much of that comes from here and fantasies and insanities and fairy tales and whatever else, but not actually being present with what is. So I did not trust myself well enough. But interestingly, I wrote in my diary, and I was having increasing blackouts. I was all sorts of, like clues. Hello, ding dong. Universe is definitely communicating. But I wasn't listening because it didn't make sense to me, and it had to go through here. And I wrote in my little diary, in my notebook, that I would be making one of the biggest mistakes of my life if I marry him. And guess what I did in July of that same year, like 3 months later? I married him. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I sure did. Got divorced a little while later. Didn't take very long, but it was an unpleasant experience to say the least. I didn't trust me, and I didn't follow the energy of my knowing. I didn't follow my knowing. Where here I was attempting to communicate with me, and I didn't follow the awareness. Now, when you ask a question, whatever question, an energy comes out. When it's an open question, what's next? What questions should I ask? What's going to be fun to create today? Where should I put my energy today that would create something greater? If I were creating my future today, what would I choose now? Every 10 seconds you can choose, right? And you get this ping, this spring, this whoosh, this insight, some people call it. Awareness, other people call it. But it's a whisper of the universe. I don't know how to say it better than, if you guys saw, I love Disney movies and helicopters. So I remember in the movie with Brave, that was the name of the movie, with the three bears, her three brothers got turned into bears. She would follow the little lights that would guide her towards her path or towards whatever was going on. That's following the energy. The universe is here contributing to you, guiding you, if you'd like, if you ask a question, but it's waiting on you to ask a question. That's why we say ask, perceive, and receive. But if you don't follow the energy, you're just ignoring and slamming the doors on everything that the universe is attempting to give to you. So what would it be like if you didn't do that dumbass thing that I did when I was in college and actually listen? Ask a question, listen, and follow the whispers. What's going to create lightness here? What's going to create expansion here? What's going to be fruitful and multiply when it comes to my future and to more joy, more greatness? And what if every day could be greater than it was yesterday? So have fun choosing and following the energy. And I'm grateful you're here. And go to beingyouday.com, where there's lots of information there. And you can join the Telegram group. You can see when Dr. Dain's live is and have fun. Thanks.